Alrighty, everybody, how is it going? It is your boy Marcus, the Low Vision Gamer, and welcome back to a brand spanking new vid. As you could see, I've got a whole bunch of games here to show you, and a new one, and that can only mean one thing and one thing only. It is time for another Nintendo Switch game collection update. I know it's probably been a minute since I've done anything this big. Heck, if you haven't seen my other game collection vids, make sure to check them out. But yeah, anyways, so we've got a lot of games to go through. I'm just gonna kind of share when I got them. You know, just give you my thoughts and feelings on each game, and also do like a rating, like from a 1 to 10. On, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, all that good stuff. And yeah, so we've got like 13 games total I've collected this year. So we've got quite a bit. So this is a new one that I got literally yesterday. Before we get to this guy, we're going to start with the first stack. Starting with actually 2 games. I got 2 games for the price of... I got 2 games for 1. I got these back in March on the same day. I think... I don't remember like the exact prices for these, but like all I remember is that I got these at a really good deal at Best Buy. I think... No, because this one was regular price for $40, I think. And then 2K25, I think this one was $19 or something along that range. But yeah, I got these both at Best Buy. And we'll start with 2K. I gotta be honest. This one, this is probably gonna be the last 2K. Don't get me wrong. I love basketball. I love NBA. I'm a Spurs fan. Go Spurs. But the problem is, these games have nothing. These games offer... I mean, okay, yeah, they do have like a mode where you could be a general manager or a league, or like a league manager or whatever. Right? They have modes like that. They also have like, shoot creator. But that's stuff that they had in the past games. NBA 2K24 had this. 2K23 had it. 22. 19. They all had these exact same features. Nothing has changed. It's boring. I need new stuff. Like, literally all I did when I played NBA 2K is, like, just on my own, all I did was just play the My League. But I didn't even do, like, an actual, like, match. I just did the simulation thing. And I immediately took it out the thing and I just stopped playing it. Because there's literally nothing to entice me, to keep me coming back. The My Career mode, well, I'm gonna be honest, it's not... It's like 90% in online mode and 10% a story mode. Like, why? I think that's terrible that they're combining 2. Because it's like, if you're someone who doesn't play a lot of online stuff, right, and you'd rather go solo, you're going to be like, wait, what? Why am I getting thrown into this? Like, I feel like they should have done something separate. No. Like, honestly. Like, I rarely play this on my own. I mean, with family. It's definitely fun when I have family or when I'm playing with my dad. But that's about it. If it's just me, this game rarely gets touched. So yeah, if I had to give it a rating from a 1 to a 10, I'm giving it a 2. I'm giving it a straight 2. Yeah, it's just not It's boring. I'm sorry. It's simply boring. And here's the thing. One of my favorite things that I actually do like about this game is the shoe creator. Let me say that again. My favorite part about NBA 2K25 is the shoe creator. It's like a mode where you can design like shoes from like popular brands like Adidas, Nike, New Balance. Yes, even New Balance. You can design New Balance stuff. In fact, I got some sweet kicks at the mall. Check this out. Look. Hold on. Let me see if we can get a better. Check out the hotness, guys. Look at these things. Come on now. Come on now. Look at it. Literally just broke them in today, man. And man, they're awesome. We got them for like $60. But anyways, enough about the shoes. We're talking about Squish games. But yeah, it's like the fact that my favorite thing about 2K25 isn't actually like the basketball aspect. That's kind of sad. So yeah, I'm just gonna yeet this to the side because I don't want to talk about it anymore. But Mortal Kombat 1, though, this was like my very first Mortal Kombat game. I'm already like 24 years old, and I'm old enough to play this. I wouldn't recommend playing this with letting your kids play this unless you have an adult. But even then, it's like, do you really want to be showing your kids blood and gore and watching characters getting their head chopped off? Probably not. Yes, these games are literally gruesome, but I gotta say, for my first Mortal Kombat game, this is actually pretty damn solid. And what I really like about this is what kind of puts the cherry on top for me. It has accessibility features. Because here's the thing. If this is your first time checking out my vids, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. Second, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. But anyways, like, the thing is, I'm visually impaired, right? And so for someone who is visually impaired, trying to find a game that has decent accessibility features is like trying to find the needle in a haystack. And so the fact that they put accessibility features in a game like Mortal Kombat 1 is huge. It's freaking huge. In fact, I think this game got recognized because of that, like for the Game of the Year awards or whatever. This game got nominated for accessibility, which, I respect WB Games for doing something like this. Like, that's what's huge. I'm gonna give this game. Wait, no, hold on. As far as the gameplay, though, I think it's good, right? For a fighting game, it's good. It's fun. The story's pretty solid. It's got a decent amount of things to do. Good size roster. Actually, you can get this game. You should be able to get this game on sale on the eShop. I don't know if it's still available now, but you should be able to get this on sale if you can. But yeah, really, really cool and really, really fun. The controls are pretty good. Recently, I did pick up the Mortal Kombat 11. It's a pretty solid game, but I kind of like this one better. I feel like it just controls more fluidly. Is that a word? Fluidly? They control a little bit more better. And personally, I kind of like the way this one plays. And again, I gotta give Warner Brothers WB Games for sorry. A little bit tired. I gotta give them props for adding accessibility features. So for that, I'm giving it a solid 9 out of 10. It's not a perfect 10, but I think it's getting there. After that, we've got Xenoblade X. Funny thing is, I've never really played the other two, Xenoblade 2 and Xenoblade 3. And I guess it's probably due because I haven't really finished the first Xenoblade game. But this one, I kind of like this one. Because it's more of like a sci-fi, robots and space. While the I feel like the first original Xenoblade game is more towards like, how would I describe it? It's more like fantasy, like dragons and, well, it kind of has some like mecha, like robotic parts to it, but this one like heavily leans to it. But the gameplay, it's good. You know, it's fine. Is it my favorite? No, but I mean, for what this is, it's solid. It's a solid game. Rated T for T. T for teen. I like the box art for this. And also the inside cover. But this game came out, I think, this year, right? Sometime this year. So I picked it up, I think, a month after its release. I think this released back in March, but I got it in April. Yeah, pretty good pick. Pretty good, solid pick. If I had to give this a rating, it'd definitely be an 8, a solid 8. Says my opinion on that. After that, we are then moving on to Splat 3. Now, it might not look like it, but that's because it has a revert. Well, when you open up the box, it might not seem like it, but actually, it does have a reversible cover. So you've got this awesome artwork on the back, or on the front, and then this awesome artwork on the back. So you do get a reversible cover. In fact, you got like a custom spine, which is kind of cool. So yeah, Splat 3. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played this as much. Mainly because I've been exploring other games and playing a lot of Prince of Persia, because that's been a game that I've been enjoying quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, let's be real. As far as like multiplayer shooters go, this is probably like the best one. Mainly because, you know, with me being visually impaired, it's like I could see where my shots are going. I could see when my enemies come, when I have an opponent coming close to me, like with the colors and everything. So I would say in some way this game is accessible, but I mean, for being the third game, it definitely has its perks. The DLC is pretty good. The new Side Order DLC is good. They also, like the new hub world is good. Customization, it's all pretty damn solid. So yeah, I think this is definitely one to pick up if you haven't tried out Splatoon 3 yet. I think, where did I get this one? Was this one at Best Buy, I think? Was it Best Buy or GameStop? I don't remember where I got this one. Oh, and as far as the others, as Xeno X, I got Xeno X at Best Buy. And then this one, I'm trying to remember if I bought it. I think I might have bought this one at GameStop, but again, I don't remember. It's been a while. I don't remember the exact thing. I'll have to probably do a little bit of digging. But after that, we've got, I'm going to try to go through these quickly, so I don't want to make this go super long. But we got this Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic game. I'm just going to say this straight up. I feel like this is meant to be more of a mobile game and less of a console. I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice to be able to play it on console. But I feel like for me, it's not very accessible. Like, the whole amusement park building thing is cool, but I feel like this is something that it's not meant to be like a spend hours and hours on this thing, right? This is literally what I would consider a quick fix game. So I'm gonna give this like a solid. I'm gonna have to give this like a 6. Like, it's not a bad game, but it's not something that is going to be like, oh, I'm gonna keep playing this. So yeah, here's the inside for that. Just your standard third-party stuff. There's the back. This one, I'm trying to think of where I got this one. Was this at Best Buy? It had to be either. I think this one was also at Best Buy too. Shit, most of my games I got at Best Buy. By the way, I do apologize if I cursed a little bit. But yeah, then we've got this super cool Sonic Origins cover thingy. Inside, it's like the deluxe version, which inside this little sleeve you get the game itself, which includes a reversible cover, a code for some bonus stuff that I have already redeemed. So sorry scammers, you can't have this. It's already been redeemed. You can't have this. I already redeemed it. But yeah, so this is the original base cover. What's this? Just BS. But yeah, another cool reversible art book. Or reversible cover. I always love it when they do reversible covers. That's pretty cool. A really cool touch. And then, something even cooler is you also get a little art book. Check it out. You get the different concept arts for different characters, the different games, all the classic titles. You can see all of that there. Sonic 3. So you can see like all the timeline of Game Gear covers. So you can see all of that. Pretty cool stuff, man, in this little art book. And then I guess it shows you. Oh, it's like the deluxe version. Like the Sonic Origins thing. Oh, that's a cool version. The different backings. Sonic Origins Plus. That's really cool. But yeah, you get this when you buy the deluxe version of that. So really, really awesome stuff. As for the game itself, or games itself, because it has a bunch of the classic Sonic titles, it's pretty fun, man. Getting to play the OG Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, what else? Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic CD, and I think a whole bunch of others. It's a really good collection. Really good classic collection. Lots of different game modes. Now, do I play this a lot? No. But when I do play this, it's pretty good. It has some banging soundtracks, too. Yeah, I gotta admit, man, I gotta respect Sega for bringing all the classic games into one Sonic collection. So, really good stuff. So, I'm gonna have to give this 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Sorry Sorry if it wasn't like a perfect 10 out of 10, but that's just my personal opinion. But now we're pretty much getting into the we're pretty much getting close to finishing the collection here. Oh yeah, I gotta put this back. After that, we've got Lego 2K Drive. So this is a Lego racing game. Nothing fancy, just your typical stuff, yada yada. But this one actually kind of impressed me because I thought it was just gonna be like your standard rink-a-dink bootleg car racing game, but no. It had like an adventure mode. And the crazy thing, it's like an open world adventure mode. So that's what really sold me. Although I'm not gonna lie, there are some challenges that they have are a bit tedious and I'm not a big fan of. But like the racing aspect of it is pretty cool. And there's like car customizations. Although I wonder if you could like take actual builds that you have in real life and transfer them into this, because I think that would be really solid. But yeah, really fun racing game. Love the fact that it has like an open world campaign. And this is definitely one that I would recommend, especially if, like, for someone a bit younger. This is a good pick. So it's getting an 8 out of 10 though. Okay, what's after this one? We've got Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. So this has a whole bunch of all of these different classic Marvel and Capcom games. So you got X-Men, Punisher, Marvel Superheroes, which is like a fighting game. You got all of these. Some of these are pretty good. I actually finished the Punisher, and that was a really solid game. It's just a really cool collection. And then it also has like a little comic too, which, let's be real, I don't really read it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if it comes in all, if you get this in all the versions, but it's pretty cool touch. This I got at GameStop, and I think 2K Drive I also got at GameStop now. So now we're starting to spread out. After that, we've got The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So this one, the funny thing is, I've been wanting to try this for like quite some time since it released, and now that I actually have my hands on it, it's pretty fun, man. The story's really good. Now, how does it compare to Echoes of Wisdom? It's definitely up there. In fact, I'd say it's kind of in the same style as that game, so really cool that they kind of chose that direction. But actually, if you want to experience the original version, if you have a Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can play the Game Boy version. But it's kind of cool that they remade it for the Switch. So this is definitely another 9 out of 10 for sure. After that, we've got the first 10 out of 10. Yes, I'm doing the rating already. This is a solid 10 out of 10 kart racing game. There's a lot of things that I like about this, right? I mean, on the surface, it's kind of like, again, your typical kart racer. You've got your Grand Prix, your time trial. You have like it's called race park, but it's technically like versus race in versus mode in Mario Kart 8. But man, what I gotta tell you, like the amount of content this game has is really good. In fact, in the race park mode, like they could have just left it empty and there was no reason. In fact, when I played the demo, I kind of avoided the race park mode because it was just like, why am I there? What's the point? But after playing it for the first time, it's like there's actually a reason to visit that mode, because you see, the thing is, in Mario Kart, when you play the versus mode, it's like you get to choose your track and all that, but there's no reasoning for it, right? You're not benefiting from it. You're not getting any cool rewards or nothing like that. But in this game, you can actually get stuff just by playing that mode. So you'll face off against these AI rival teams, right? So Team Sonic, Team Shadow. Sorry, guys. Team Shadow, and so on and so on. And every time you beat them, each team 3 times, you'll be able to unlock new cars to kind of build up your collection. So that's something that I really like about this game. But the main attraction for this is the cross worlds mechanic. In fact, my dad played this game with me, and he kind of liked it. He liked it too. The fact that you have the whole cross world mechanic kind of forces you to think on your feet, right? You kind of have to expect the unexpected. Because on one lap, the first lap you're thinking, I'm going to stay on the same track so I can, I can get the lay of the land. But then on the second lap, boom, you get sent to a different world. Hence the name Cross World. And this might be my favorite car racer. And like I said, it's a solid 10 out of 10. After that, we've got Pac-Man World Repack 2, actually. This is a sequel. I'm not going to lie, on the first version, when I very first played it, I basically, it made me rage quit on, my very first playthrough. Yes, that's a fact. By the way, another cool reversible cover, so bonus points for that. But for the sequel, though, it's actually really, the thing that surprised me about this game was the fact that there was actual voice acting. Now, is the voice acting good? I mean, it's there. It's decent. It certainly wasn't anything that I expected. So, yeah, it was pretty cool that they added that. The levels are pretty good. I like the controls. And I guess I don't know when this originally came out, but it's honestly, guys, it's kind of cool that, game companies are bringing back remaking these old school, classic games and kind of remaking them into really cool games that everyone can experience now. In fact, that's something I kind of want to talk about after we get through the last couple games here. Yeah, we're pretty much done. So first up, we've got Super Mario RPG. I think, I kind of forgot to tell you guys when I got each of these. Honestly, well, we're already into the last 2 games, but let's see. I'm pretty sure I got Team Sonic Racing I think I got this one at GameStop. Or was it Best Buy? No, I got this one at Pac-Man at Best Buy, Sonic Racing at GameStop. Yep. Okay. Now this dude I got at Best Buy again. I got a lot of my games at Best Buy, honestly. But man, I gotta tell you, just from my first little playthrough of it, it is really good. And I can kind of understand why so many people love this game a lot. Because, I have never heard of Super Mario RPG before. I mean, I've heard I've heard content creators talk about it, but I've never played this game before up until now, and now it's like I'm starting to understand why people love this game a lot, and it's cool that Nintendo brought this back. So this is definitely, honestly, a 10 out of 10. Even though I haven't like played through a lot of it, it is still really good. And finally, we've got the most recent game, that being Mario vs. Donkey Kong. This game actually released last year. Heck, I told my dad that this game came out this year, but in fact, it was out last year, which technically it's not. It's only like a year old, so it's still fairly new. But I'm not gonna lie, I hesitated on this. I mean, the price for sure was pretty solid. But when I tried the demo initially, it felt a bit like slow to me. But I feel like now that I actually bought the game and I've played through the first world, it's pretty solid, right? Because after playing games like Prince of Persia, it's like I'm expecting fast-paced, hardcore combat and stuff like that. But this is a pretty good breather. Kind of makes you think about it, and you could also play with another person too, which is really cool. In fact, I did my research on when this game originally came out, and it came out in 2004 for the Game Boy Advance, I think, or was it the Game Boy Advance? Or I know it came for out for one of the Game Boy units, but like, man, 2004. I was 3 when this game came out originally. So to be able to experience it now, again, it's awesome. So that's pretty much everything, guys. And honestly, I'm sure it's like I'm glad I get to experience all of these different games, whether it's Mario RPG, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, no matter what it is, because at the end of the day, guys, the thing that matters most to me when it comes to gaming is the experience, the just like the overall experience, the gameplay, the story, the just those things that I mentioned, like, because nowadays when it comes to gaming, all you really hear is just graphics, like the refresh rates, frame rates, and gigahertz, and all this fancy technical BS. But that's just not what I care about all that much. Now, granted, obviously, every game's gonna have its own flaws, like especially like graphically, but that doesn't really affect me that much, because all I really care about is just the experience. Now, do I have to like every single game that I purchase? Not necessarily, but again, my goal as a gamer is to experience as much as I can. As much as I can, when I can. I just want to experience many different games, many different titles, and just see what all the hype is all about. Right? It's like I watch so many creators that are like, oh, this game is so cool. But most of the time it's like, okay, that's great, but I have no way to experience them outside of, it's like they'll talk about Halo or some other stuff like Kingdom Hearts, and it's like, well, I would love to try them, but I don't have a PS4 or I didn't have an N64, so it's like I can't really relate. Like, I don't really have an emotional connection to those games as I would to these, but I feel like the big thing for me as a gamer is just appreciating the work that was put into it. And as I said, games are not going to be perfect. They're going to have flaws, right? There's going to be little things that I'm going to nitpick at, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just going to be glad that Nintendo took the time to put something out like this. Or this. Because they really didn't have to, guys. They really didn't have to. Or, hold on. Or even... Or... Where's the other one? Or this. Like, they really didn't have to put these three... Make, like, remakes for these three games. But they did. They did that. And this not only gives those who have already experienced these games a chance to replay them, but also gives people like me, or just like people like myself, a chance to experience these games and see why everyone enjoys them so much. And I'm glad for that, right? So it's like sometimes I feel like we just need to stop and take a moment to just appreciate the work that was being done, right? Just be glad that Nintendo spent all that time making these games and wanting these ports to exist. But anyways, there is the collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that vid. Don't forget to like and sub. Turn on those notifications so you'll know when I upload. Speaking of subscribing, make sure you guys check out my Marvel Snap channel. That's where I'll be posting a lot of Marvel Snap content. Might be mostly YouTube Shorts, but I'm still trying to figure out where to go from there. For that channel. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.